What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Gator coming back at you with a fresh new episode of 413 Outdoors. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to tie a bunny hair jig, so let's jump down into what you're going to need. Alright, so you're not going to need a whole lot to tie this bad boy. You're just going to need a jig head with a good stout hook. I have a piece of rabbit hide here. I buy these in the bulk scrap bags because it's a lot cheaper than buying the pre-cut strips. You're going to need a zonker strip and a cross-cut strip. If you don't know what that means, it's pretty much the orientation of the hair, but I can make a video on that if that would help you out. The other thing is you're going to need some tie-in thread. So this is a super simple pattern, but works awesome for bass. I'm going to quit my yapping. Let's jump down into the vise view. So off camera, all I've done now is cut myself a couple of strips off that rabbit hide. I have one zonker style strip that's 1.5 times the length of the hook. That's going to be our tail. And then we have a cross-cut strip for the body. So before I get too far ahead of myself, I'm going to go here, start my thread. And I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier, I'm just using the same black 8/0 that I always use. This is a little bit light for this application, but it'll still work. I'm going to take my rabbit strip here, going to peel off the fibers on the first about 1/2 inch or so. Place this right there and just tie her in. I'm just going to have to twist it and play around with it a little bit to get it straight. Oop. Broke my thread off. Go ahead and restart that. Now I want to get a ton of wraps on this to make sure it's very well seated on this hook. There's that. You can see the tail already. Then I'm going to take my cross-cut strip, look at the way the hair is falling. So on this piece the hair is pointing this way, so I need to turn it around. So I'm going to tie in on this end. And the same thing as with the scud back, I'm going to make 2 little nips on either side of this end here so that the thread can bite in there and really hold it and lock it down. Tighten my vise down a little bit, it's wobbling on me. That's actually my vice jaws came loose on me. There we go. Snug those down for you. That's probably annoying to watch. Alright. Got some good thread wraps on that. Now I'm going to bring my thread back up to the back of my jig head here. Make a 1/2 hitch to hold my thread. And I'm going to use the rotary function of my vise, but as always, if you don't have a rotary vise, just wrap it by hand. It's a little bit harder and more time consuming, but can definitely be done. And as I'm going here, I'm going to wrap my rabbit hair back. And I'm layering the hide over the base of the rabbit hair that I've already laid down. Got away from me a little bit, so I'm just going to start over again. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm just going to tie my rabbit hair off here at the back of the jig head. Peel the hair off the last maybe 1/8 of an inch or so. Just give me something a little bit better to bite down on. Then I'm just going to make myself a little collar. And boom. Come back up in here with a 1/2 inch. Making sure not to trap all these rabbit hair fibers down. I'm going to work these fibers till they kind of organize themselves a little bit, because it's a little messy right now. Then I'm going to come in here with my whip finishing tool, and I'm simply just going to finish the fly off. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Trim a tag end off. And now for a jig like this rabbit hair is super durable stuff, so this isn't a fly that's going to get chewed up easily. So to keep it from unraveling, I'm actually going to use some clear nail polish on there to keep everything stuck together. Now, if you've watched my videos, you know I typically don't use any kind of head cement. Or I don't even use head cement. If I use anything, I use this clear nail polish here. But I hardly ever even use that. Simply because most of my flies get chewed up so quick from the fish that they don't really have time to unravel. You get a couple of fish and you just get beaten to hell. Let me zoom out here and give you a better view of the fly. Alright, so there it is, 100% done. You can see we got the tail there. And I know that this looks really big and bushy, and well, that's because it is. But as soon as that rabbit hair gets wet, it's all going to kind of close down on itself and give you a super nice bait fish pattern. And this is a pattern I use a lot for ice fishing for bass. So you're typically fishing it vertically, and every time you give it a little puff vertically, all these hairs that are mushed down and compacted, they're going to fluff out and then compact again, fluff out and compact again. Rabbit hair is the best material if you want a lot of action on a fly. And this one right here, this bad boy's got some action, let me tell you what. So that's all there is to that one. I know it doesn't look too good out of the water, but man, once you get that bad boy in the water and get to ripping that bad boy on the jig stick, incredible action. And I tied this one pretty big. I believe that's on a 2 or a 3/0 hook, so that's a pretty big fly for some big fish. But you can also tie them smaller if you have smaller jig heads. If you make them up some real small ones, they work awesome for perch and crappie too. All in all, a super killer pattern. I absolutely love this. I've been fishing rabbit hair flies for as long as I've been able to get my hands on rabbit hair, which has been quite a while. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, I'm going to ask you to hit that button there and subscribe, and I'll put a playlist up there with more videos for you to watch, stuff like this. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, don't be scared to drop me a comment. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Gator, and I'll see you later. Goodbye and God bless.